Alright, so we drew our pumpkins. We used our pencil to do that. And then we traced over with our Sharpie. Now the next thing we need to do is we're going to use these really cool crayons. They are watercolor crayons. And we're going to mix up one secondary color. Now what color are we going to make? If you said orange, you'd be correct. Now what two primary colors do I need to make orange? Yep, if you said red and yellow, you're also correct. So I'm gonna pull those out. Now, if you're sitting with someone else who's sharing the watercolor crayons with you, you use red while they use yellow, and then you can switch, okay? So I'm gonna start with my red. And basically what I wanna do is I wanna lightly press and color my whole pumpkin. And I'm gonna do all my pumpkins. Now these watercolor crayons are super cool because they're gonna create some magic, and you'll see how in a second. But I'm thinking about craftsmanship. I'm staying inside the lines. I'm making sure I cover the whole pumpkin, okay? Because once you add the water to it, you can't go back in and add more color. So I'm coloring this one. Alright, I'm gonna switch with my table mate. They're gonna take the red, I'm gonna get the yellow. Now if it's too low for you to use, you can ask me and I'll help you remove it from that sleeve just a little bit. You can push from the back and then fill in your whole pumpkin. I think I'm gonna just take it out. Now don't push too hard because you're gonna break the crayon. Alright, now you have a choice for your stem. You can either make it brown, and if you want to make brown, you need to mix the color purple with the color yellow. To celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great rates, we gave this song surprisingly great rates. So, and then I need yellow. But if you want to make your stem green, you know that if you mix the color blue again with yellow, then we can make green. Alright, now comes the magic. So each table is going to get a tray that looks like this with a cup of water and your brush. Now you're going to dip your brush to wet it, and then you're going to wipe it off at the side so you don't have too much. Now our paintbrush has to dance around on its tippy toes. Do not smush the brush into the paper. You're going to ruin the brush. So make sure your paintbrush is dancing around like a little ballerina on its tippy toes, okay? So I'm going to go in with some water. And then the magic starts to happen. And we are making, I'll put it closer so you can see it better, the color orange. Okay, and I'll dip my brush in again, wipe it off on the side so I don't have too much. Don't smush it, make it dance on its tippy toes. Take your time, stay inside the lines. Alright, I have one done. Let me do the rest. When I'm painting, I like to go in little circles. Alright, I'm going to do a double check, make sure I got all of my spots. Maybe get a little more water. Go over everything. And then I'm going to make sure that I rinse off all that red and yellow that made that orange when I want to go back in and make my other colors. Now it looks like I didn't put enough purple there to make that brown. But my greens are okay. Alright, and then we are going to let these dry. But after they are dry, everybody is going to get a scissors and we're going to cut our pumpkins out. Now they have a lot of ridges on them, so do the best you can. Sometimes I'll cut it off and then I can spin it better. Cut it. Alright, there's one. Alright, now I have all of my pumpkins cut out. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, hold on, I have to go get some paper. Alright, here's our other secondary colors. So one of us is going to take the green, the other is going to take the purple, and we're going to fold it in half the long way. And basically what we want to do is we want to rip it along the line the best that we can. Don't worry if it's perfect or not. Okay, I ripped the purple. My table mate, if I had one, would be ripping the green. Alright, and what we want to do is we kind of want to have a hill and a background. So I want to, oh, these are two different sizes, hold on. Okay, I want them to be together, so this kind of is the grass and this is the sky. So I'm gonna glue them together, so I need my glue stick. I'm gonna put glue on the back of my pumpkins. I'm gonna sit them in the grass. Now you can do something cool too. You can overlap the pumpkin. So for example, if I put one down here, I can put glue on this one. And then I can overlap like they're sitting right near each other. And then I think I have one more. That on wherever I want to put it. I think it looks cool next to this big one. And then the very last thing we're gonna do everybody is going to have a white pencil, and you can add some stars in your sky. You can add a moon way off in the distance. You can draw some swirls and waves. Maybe I'll add some lines for the grass. And whatever else you can think of, maybe a little firefly. And then we are all finished. Oh, I gotta add a little bit more glue.